Alright guys, I'm going to go over the check-in for 416. Okay, and so they give you a couple things. They said f of -2 is 7. Your graph is like this. This is 3, 2. Okay, so the first question they wanted you to find f of -6 and f of -5. Sorry, f of 5. Okay, now here we're doing, again, this was the graph of the derivative. So in this question, what you want to use is integrals because you have the derivative and you're looking for a value of the function. So let's see, whatever's given to us, we use in the integral. So it'll look like this. So we could go -6 to -2 of f prime of x dx, right? That's going to equal f of -2 minus f of -6. So since I'm looking for -6, I'm going to bring that over and bring the integral over as well to the other side. So I'll get f of -6 equals f of -2 minus the integral. Excuse me. Alright, now with that, we already know f of -2 is 7. Okay, and then minus, and then for the integral itself, right, we want to find the area under the curve from -6 to -2. So I'm actually looking for the area of this triangle here, right, because that would be -2 to, -6, okay? And then, so the area there, that should be pretty easy because that's just a triangle, so it's 1/2. The base would be 4, the height would be 2. So 7 minus 4, so you should get an area of 3. A value of 3 for f of -6. F of 5, okay, we'd kind of do the same way. Let's rewrite it this way first. So we know the integral -2 to 5 is what I'll use now. And I'll have f prime of x dx. That's going to equal f of 5 minus f of -2. Alright, so in that one, let's just rewrite it as f of 5, right, equals the integral plus f of -2, or you could have it in the other order, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so here, again, we are looking for area from -2 to 5 this time. So -2 to 5, right here you have a semicircle. semicircle, and then the little triangle. Remember, negative, this is going to be negative, this is going to be positive. Okay, so semicircle looks like 1/2 pi r squared, right? So our radius is 2. So it looks like that, but remember the whole thing's going to be negative, and then plus 7. So we get 2 pi, so negative 2 pi, oh I forgot the triangle, sorry. And then plus the triangle looks like it's 3/2, so that's plus 3, and then plus f of negative 2, which is 7, so we get plus 10. And then there, so f of 5 is 10 minus 2 pi. And then there's f of negative 6. Alright, good. Okay, on the next one they ask for B, what intervals is the graph increasing? Okay, so increasing, so since this is the derivative, right, we want f prime of x to be above the x-axis. So in this one where it's above the x-axis, it just should be from, you could see here, right, from negative 6 to negative 2, and then again from 2 to 5. So negative 6 to negative 2, and then 2 to 5. Okay, so that's good. And then, what do we got here? Absolute minimum. Okay, so remember when you're doing absolute min, you check endpoints and critical points, right? And you're plugging those back into the original function. So so let's see, so we have, let's do a little chart. X, f of x. Okay, so for the endpoints, if it's from negative 6, and we have also 5, right? So you can see above, we did that in part A, so negative 6 gave us 3, and 5 was that 10 minus 2 pi. Okay, so critical points here, we want to know when is f prime of x equal to 0 or undefined, right? So that would be at x equals 0, be at negative 2, and at 2. Okay, so we have to check those two. So at negative 2, we kind of already knew, right? If you go all the way back up top, we already knew that f of negative 2 was 7. So the only other one we have to check is at 2. All right, and in that case, you're doing again another integral, negative 2 to 2, f prime of x dx. So that's going to be f of 2 minus f of negative 2, right? So if we rearrange some things, we'll have f of okay, we already know f of negative 2 is 7. Plus, and now we just need to find the area under the curve from negative 2 to 2. So let's go back up to the function. Oh, so that's nice. So that's just the semicircle, half semicircle. We already did that. That's negative 2 pi. So now we have that 7 minus 2 pi. So if you're looking at all these, you pick a winner. What one would be the minimum? What's the minimum? Okay, so you got to kind of think like 2 pi is about 6, right? So 10 minus 6 is 4, 7 minus 6, right? That would be 1, so that looks like our minimum would be at 2. So then here, our minimum is at f of 2, we get the 7 minus 2 pi. Okay, and the last one. Okay, the last one is asking what is the second derivative of negative 5 and second derivative of 3. Alright, second derivative of negative 5. You just have to find the slope of that line, which was negative 1/2. And then f double prime of 3 is undefined or does not exist because the slope from the left doesn't equal the slope from the right.